Hello everyone, it's Glenda and welcome back to my channel Creative Grandma. My Moroccan tile Afghan kit finally came. Now when I seen this Afghan kit club on Annie's, I just fell in love with this design, and I thought I don't usually make too many designs from other people or buy Afghan kits to make something for myself. But I did fall in love with this design, so I thought I'm going to go ahead and order my first kit. And I'm going to be bringing you segments each time I get my shipment for the next part of the Afghan. I'm going to work that part up and show you my progress as I go. So I'm going to show you what comes in the kit. Now, because this is not my pattern, this is a copyrighted pattern, I cannot bring you any crochet tutorials for this Afghan, but I can show you my progress of working this Afghan up as I go and explain what I think. So I'm going to first start by opening the package and telling you about the yarn and what you get in your first shipment. Now, when I got my first shipment, I was a little surprised at how small it was. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but I'm not going to judge that until I start working up the Afghan and see how far kit number 1 takes me. I'm not sure what part of the Afghan this actually includes until I start working it up. So let's go ahead and open the package. And I see right away they're using the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted. So let me grab these out. Now these look like they're smaller skeins than a regular anti-pilling that comes from Premier. I'm going to grab the instructions. So let's start with the yarn. Again, it's the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted. Now these are small skeins. These are 90 yards, 82 meters, 1.76 ounces, 50 grams. It is the 100% anti-pilling acrylic, which is nice because if you make an Afghan with this much detail and this much work involved, you want to make sure it doesn't pill or get fuzz balls. This is a 4 medium weight yarn. It is machine wash warm, tumble dry, normal. And this yarn is made in Turkey. Again, smaller skeins. You're getting 1 skein of color number 1188-11. So I don't have my glasses on, so I'm going to say that's Rococo Rose. Now the weight of the yarn is the same for all the colors I received. And then you're getting a skein of color number 1188-01 cream. And then you're getting 1 skein of this beautiful blue. It's color number 1188-07. I'm probably not going to pronounce this correctly. I'm going to say it's cerulean. So no idea how to pronounce it, but a beautiful blue. And then you're going to get a darker blue in color number 1188-06 indigo blue. And then the last color is color number 1188-09 peach sand. So here are the colorways. Now looking at the instructions for the Afghan includes step 1. So you're only getting the instructions for this center point right here, and they highlight that in the pamphlet with the instructions of this is where we're going to start in kit 1 and make the center of the Afghan. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and work up my center square, and then when I get that work back up, I'll be back and I'll show you and tell you everything I think about this kit and how it worked up. So I'm back. It's still the same day, a couple hours later. What surprised me the most was how fast I was able to work this up. Now, the one thing I did wrong was when you order your kit, you have the option of getting a kit every 2 weeks or a kit every 4 weeks. So I chose every 4 weeks because it looked like it was a complicated design. I thought 1 kit every 4 weeks, I can take my time, but it worked up so quickly, now I have to wait for my second kit. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably call Annie's customer service and ask them to change my subscription to 1 kit every 2 weeks instead of 1 kit every 4 weeks, because I would like to get it made faster because it's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Now, I will say that I do not think this pattern is for a beginner. If you're brand new to crocheting, there's a lot of repeats. There's a lot of stitch techniques that you're going to learn doing this Afghan. Now, if you know your basic stitches, if you take your time, you may be able to make it, but I'm going to say this is an intermediate to advanced pattern. But I always encourage my beginners to try it if you think that you would like to make it. The one nice thing that Annie's has is they do have crochet tutorials to go along with this pattern. Now, the one good thing is, if you're a new crocheter or you're a little bit afraid to make it by the written instructions, they also have access video tutorials at Annie's. So you just sign in to anniesclubs.com, you log in, you use your account number. So when you get your kit, save that invoice because your account number will be on it. Then you can log in and you can watch the tutorials on how to make this Afghan if you need additional help. Now, kit number 1, we did the center here. It was the first 17 rounds, and I worked this up in just a couple hours. Like I said, it was easier to make than I thought. Now, this is kit number 1. This is what it's going to look like when you're done. Again, I worked this up in just a couple hours. The instructions are pretty clear cut. I didn't need to watch any tutorials yet. Now, that doesn't mean I might not have to, but it has beautiful texture with cluster stitches, front post triple stitches. It just has a very appealing look to the pattern. So I'm just going to try to hold it up this way so you can see a little bit more of the detail. It has a little bit of laciness here. You can see how you take the circle and then you're turning it into a square. So here is the square. And again, when you look on the Afghan, here's the square. And then we're going to turn it on point. And then kit number 2 is probably making the corners, maybe putting that extra border around it and finishing that center of the Afghan. So I can't wait for kit number 2. Again, I need to call Annie's and up that subscription to every 2 weeks. So far, I am happy with the kit. The yarn went a lot farther than I thought it would. They look like pretty small skeins. So let me show you what I have left over. Now, this is the amount of yarn I had left over when I got kit number 1 done. Now, the instructions do say to make sure that you save all this extra yarn because you're going to need that to complete your Afghan in some of the other steps. So just bag it back up in your bag and make sure that you keep your little leaflet, because when you get this Afghan done, then you have all the information that you need if you want to make a second Afghan. Then just purchase the yarn through Premier and make yourself a second Afghan. Now, there is one more point that I want to make before I end the video. And the one thing that I think is fascinating about this Afghan is all the different techniques you're going to learn. When you really look at this pattern up close, my first kit, you're going to learn how to do the textured stitches. You're going to learn how to take a circle and turn it into a square. And then you're going to learn the technique of turning that square on point and putting corners on those sides and making it another square. And then you're going to learn a technique of how to do a stitch pattern and then add blocks to your corner. So you're combining 2 different techniques to do this border around the inside. And then you're going to learn the technique of making these beautiful mosaic tile blocks. And then you're going to attach them around that center. And then you're also going to learn a technique of doing another border. And then look at this beautiful textured border here. And then finishing the Afghan off with even another stitch technique for another border. So there's so much to learn with this Afghan kit, and I think when you get it done, you're going to be extremely proud of yourself. And I can't wait to continue on the Afghan. And like I said, I will keep bringing you updates. I'll show you each kit I get, what's in each kit, and I'll show you my progress as I make this Afghan. Now, to end the video, I want to remind everyone I'll have a special link in the description box if you'd like to get your first kit and start the Mosaic Tile Afghan or the Casablanca Afghan kit number 1. You can save 50% off your first kit by using the code SHARE50 at checkout. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you a more inside look of exactly what you're getting when you sign up for this kit club. So thank you everybody for stopping by. I hope this video has got you inspired to start a new project. So until next time, happy crocheting everyone.